Hey fans, welcome to week 3 of the Cougar Corner. This week we'll be joined by women's soccer players Jordan McKenzie and Emily Houston, also by cross-country runners Brittany Skiles and Mishak Koryaki, and head cross-country coach J.D. Evilsizer. Hope you enjoy the show. Welcome back fans to the Cougar Corner. Week 3, another impressive week for CSU athletics with soccer posting 2 impressive road wins over the weekend. I'm now joined by women's soccer player Jordan McKenzie. Jordan, welcome to Cougar Corner.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on winning the Peach Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week award also.
Thank you.
You've been on campus a couple years now. Talk about your most memorable experience here in your time at CSU.
Well, to be honest, it was this last spring in March when we went to England as a soccer team. That is an experience that I will never get back. It's something I'll probably never do again. We played some of the top-ranked teams in the world, including Arsenal and Brighton. That you don't ever get that chance. So that's something I really hold on to, and I'll never forget. Have hundreds of pictures, and it was just an amazing experience. So.
Well, to give our fans a little bit of an inside look, can you talk a little bit about life on the road, some of the best parts of road trips, and also the not-so-fun parts?
Some of the best parts are we really bond on the bus. We pick where we want to sit, really, but we all get along, and we share things, and it's really fun. We enjoy each other, we laugh, we play games. Some of the not-so-fun parts, if we ever lose, which hopefully will not be an issue, it's a long ride back. It's quiet, nobody's really excited, but that, and it's usually really cold, so we have to bring lots of blankets, and there's always a conflict of interest. Like, some people want to watch a movie, some want to study, some want to sleep, so you got to balance that out. But otherwise, it's pretty much a good experience. We all like it, and we bond through it. Okay.
Well, going back, talking about the recruiting process a little bit, you and your sister Laurel, did you ever talk or have conversations about playing together? You both started out at West Florida, and then you ended up here. Talk a little bit about that for us.
Well, we always wanted to go to school together. I mean, we've been together for our whole lives. We've never really been apart. So when we were looking to go to University of West Florida, we knew we wanted to go together. But then once we transferred, or we decided we wanted to transfer, she wanted to go more north because she found out that living in the south is bad for her asthma. You know, it's just not conducive to her. So she was looking more north, and I was looking more in the south, and then I found Columbus State, and I was like, well, let's go look here. I mean, it's kind of it's not really as far south as we were, and it's not as far north as I want to go. So we came here, and we looked, and she loved it, and I loved it, so we just decided to come here and try it out. So.
Okay, well, your sister and you are very similar in looks. More now, it's easier to distinguish you from each other with different hair colors, but as you were growing up, did y'all ever have problems? Did you ever have some mix-ups? Did y'all ever trade places, so to speak?
Yeah. Well, she dyed her hair in 10th grade because everybody called us twin when we were younger. Like, if you go back and look at our photos when we were young, I don't even know which one I am. Like, I have to look on the back and see where my name is written to see which one I am. But she dyed her hair in 10th grade dark because she got sick of being called twin, and she had an identity crisis. And but we did switch places before that. Every year we would trade places at least one time in class to see if our teachers would catch us or anything like that. So it was really fun. It's a great time because she's my best friend and my twin sister, and I wouldn't ask for anything else. Okay.
Well, Stephanie Parrish was on here last week, and she had an opportunity to talk a little bit about some quirky behavior that some of your teammates might have. Would you like to add on to that discussion at all?
Well, our team is really just a mixed bag of personalities. You have really strong personalities, and then you have the quiet personalities and the kind personalities. It's a mixed bag, but one thing I'm really proud of our team is we mesh really well. Out of all the previous seasons, we get along the best. That's what makes us so good, is we have good team chemistry. So if you're ever down, there's always somebody to pick you up. There's always somebody to make you laugh. I mean, there's just always a mixed bag of personalities, and I really enjoy our team and the different personalities that are brought into it.
Okay. Well, what are your future goal aspirations once you leave Columbus State?
Well, after I finish my nursing degree, I'm probably going to stay here and work in one of the local hospitals. I would like to work in the ER, the ICU, and then hopefully go get my master's as a CRNA or a certified nurse anesthetist and go from there. So.
Okay, well, sounds like you have a plan.
I do. I have a good plan.
Well, Jordan, thank you for joining us here on the Cougar Corner.
Thank you.
And best of luck this week.
I appreciate it.
All right, we're now joined by women's soccer player Emily Houston. Emily, thank you for joining us here on the Cougar Corner.
Thank you for having me.
You had a nice weekend, scoring a pair of goals, having 1 assist. Talk a little bit about the transition from being a freshman last year, getting your feet wet, to now you're a sophomore and seeing a lot more playing time.
You know, coming into such a successful program and having such a great group of girls and awesome coaches, Coming in as a freshman, you're a little bit intimidated, and you're trying to figure out where you fit in. So you're getting used to the speed of the game and new teammates. And as a sophomore, you have that year of experience under you, and you start to feel a little more comfortable out there on the field, and you just continue to work hard, and that leads to more playing time. So I'm excited about that, and it's a good season.
Well, you're off to a great start to the season. What are the keys to continuing the success that y'all have had early on in the season?
Well, as I said, we have a really great group of girls, and the chemistry between us all is really, unlike any other team I've been on. We feel like sisters almost, and we all work hard for each other, and it's a battle every day. And as Jay says, you never take your foot off the pedal. So we're just driving on to that final game when we're going to win this national championship. So.
Okay. Well, you had the opportunity to go overseas and play a couple years in England and play some club soccer. How does the level of competition here at Columbus State and the Peach Belt compare to what you experienced over there?
Well, when I played in England, I was a lot younger. I was about 10, 11. But the style of play is quite a bit different in England versus how we play in the U.S. In England, the girls grow up playing with boys their whole life until about U12. Then they finally split into just boys and just girls. And so the girls are a lot more physical. They're more rough. They have really good foot skills because they have to be able to fake out the guys that they're playing with. So, coming back here, I got a lot of yellow cards as a little kid because I just learned how to be physical, and I came back, and the refs were just yellow, yellow, and I was like, what? I didn't even know what was going on. So, but being a college athlete now, back in the States is a really awesome, exciting experience, and the level of play is obviously a lot higher being in college versus being little, but it's good.
I'm sure that was a great experience.
I loved it, yes.
How is Independence Day celebrated over there? Anything different that would surprise us?
Independence Day for them, 4th of July, is just a normal day. Everybody goes to work, nothing special. They just joke around with us about it now. They're like, oh, so I guess you guys have done okay since, you severed, your relations with us, the motherland. But, it's just kind of a joke. They don't really, nothing special.
Well, soccer's obviously followed a lot more passionately in overseas, and especially in England. How does the level of support, just the atmosphere overall, compare to what you're experiencing? What you experienced here at Columbus State, as it did, when you were during your time in England.
Well, in England, soccer is the equivalent to our American football. They have the crazy fans who are, really die hard for their one team, and they watch every game for the whole season. They go to the pubs and they wear their jerseys, and if you walk into the wrong pub, you could be with a bunch of Arsenal fans, and if you show up and you're Manchester United, you better leave quick. So, here we have a fair amount of, good soccer fans, and especially at CSU with our home games, we're getting a lot of support, so that's great, but it's just at kind of a different level. It's like us going to a soccer game at CSU versus going to a Georgia football game. It's a little different, but.
All right. Well, Emily, thank you for taking time to stop by here on the Cougar Corner, and best of luck this week.
Thank you.